Friends of the Cane and the Stick, how are you? I got a book last week written by Master Joel Huncar. It is The Blue Collar Fighter, Volume 1, Blunt Impact. It's about 106 pages with no pictures, because he explains it in the beginning of the book why pictures, why photos, and he's right. It's not a big fat book, but it's packed with ultra basic information. Now, when I say ultra basic, it means that somebody like me was in there for a long time. Well, it takes me back to my origins. How to hold a stick. And when I say stick, like in a book, it goes from whatever improvised blunt impact tool that you pick up from the ground, or a sophisticated cane, or a staff, or a smaller impact tool, a pocket stick, all of that. Master Huncar in his book explains the why and how of drilling. Drill yourself, why drills, don't overdo them, the right dose. Working on heavy bags, working partner drills, important, and eventually sparring, how, where, with who, what types of equipment you eventually need. It's not a culturally related book. It's not about a particular style. Although Master Huncar is a escrimador, an arnisador, as they say, so there's a few technical terms in there that I have to look up. Although I am from with a little eskrima background, but it's not too much. It's blunt impact tools in general. Good basic philosophies, and I emphasize on basics. Even if you just start out, read this book and win years, win time. I'm in there since the dark ages of humanity, and it takes me back to the beginning. How to hold, why this, why that, why strengthening is important, why reality is important. It takes me back to my social origins. I'm labor trash. I'm as blue collar as you can be blue collar, including dirty jobs, weird lifestyle eventually, and a lot of training. I think Master Huncar is somebody that trains daily, like I try to do daily, not exaggerating, with different tools, different techniques, isolating particular moves, then combining them, working with partners and do self-defense type situations, or combatives, because Pastor Joel makes a difference, a clear difference between both of them. Now, he states in his book that if you watch him on YouTube, you'll be able to follow. Yes, Master Joel, but there's like 600 videos. Don't get me wrong, they're all great. Empty hand, blades, a lot of blade stuff in there too. He's good in all that. They're all good videos, but there's a lot of them. So what I would suggest is that you make a series on specifically videos that accompany the book. That would be nice. Thank you in advance. That would be nice. The book talks a lot about angles, in fact, angles of striking, and I think whatever your style or art or whatever is, an angle of striking is important, and That's one of the things he talks about. And smashing, the art, he calls it an art of smashing things, because that's pretty much blue collar stuff, you know, smashing things. There's also a part on solo training, because indeed, if you try to become a better fighter, in our case a stick or a cane fighter, solo training is probably what you will be doing more than training with a partner, or teaching. You know, I teach a lot, I give a lot of seminars, but in fact, if I look at it, I train more solo. It's called, I think, Carenza in Filipino martial arts. Well, I don't think it's called, it's actually called Carenza. You could compare it to shadow boxing. You know, you don't need a partner for that, and you're doing the same moves over and over again. That's an important part, not the most sexy part, but do things over and over again until those neurological conducts are made and maintained, you know, because if you want to keep it, you got to practice it, you know, use it or lose it. And I would say, like Master Huncar says, I'll probably never have to use some of those techniques, but never know, better be ready. He's a philosophy of martial arts master, you know. You can see that in his videos actually. There's a tiny little philosophical part here in his book, very important. But you will find most of that back in his videos. His videos are a little hectic. They're like hectic, like I'd say there's 600 of them. So and they're all good. So it would be nice to have a little precision if there's specific videos going with this book, because that would be great. That would be great. So, Master Joel Huncar's The Blue Collar Fighter Volume 1 is absolutely a great book. I advise the reading of this book to everybody who wants to pick up a stick or another impact tool. Don't forget moving, how to move, why to move. This is also in here, and I do agree with what he says. You know, if you're not practiced to move, if you're not practicing the right way to keep your balance and to strike while you move and all that, it's important. And I know for sure, like he says in his book, even if you train hard for your, well, if you work hard for your trainings to look real, to get as close as reality as possible, it'll never be like reality. And that's one thing I know for sure too. So, friends of the cane and the stick, see you next time.